Hi, Aries. I hope that you're doing well. What I'm seeing in the energy is about being at a spot where you can kind of be figuring out what's next for you and what feels right for you. The way that this looks like to me is different from when there's a decision that needs to be made that's not being made because we're avoiding something. This feels more so like you can be trying to figure out something bigger about your life right now and about your life direction and about your life trajectory and about what path you feel like is really going to suit you best. And it can be something that you don't feel totally clear on. So this can be something where you're like, I'm not totally clear like what my next purpose is, or I'm not totally clear on exactly like what direction I want to go in. So it feels more like it's about that in general. Like this feels like it can be more kind of a like philosophical thing that you're connecting with, like having to do with the bigger reason why you're here and what it is that you really want and what it is that you dream about or you envision or like really what the ideal is for you as far as a path. So I see something like very big and very wide that's being considered and looked at right now. And it can be like really, I think, trying to discern what the right way is for you to go as it relates to maybe your highest path that you want to be connecting with. And when I say that, this will be like the thing that will really feel right for you. And you can still be figuring out what that is. There can be maybe like not enough information or like didn't think about it long enough, or I don't even know what all of my options are as far as what I'm considering. It's like these sorts of things that can sort of be coming up right now. We are starting off with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card that speaks about accomplishment. So maybe you're having a little bit of a winning streak lately, or maybe you put in work for something and you see the results of it and the results are good and you can be happy with that. Six of Wands generally does require work being put in. Things are feeling... There's a feeling of prestige that's coming with this Page of Cups. Even with everything going on, I get a little bit of a settled energy for you. And this feels like within your heart, or yeah, within your heart and within your soul, you can be feeling settled about things in general right now. That doesn't mean there isn't stuff to figure out, and it doesn't mean that like you feel 100% clear on everything, but I am seeing a certain, what looks like a calmness. And yeah, I'm getting like this settled feeling coming through connected with this. I'm seeing you thinking very clearly as well. I'm seeing you be present to yourself. Okay. There's a new chapter that you're beginning. We have an Ace of Cups that's coming out. I'm hearing a new quest. Ooh. Five of Swords connected with Six of Wands. Okay, so this is an interesting combination to see because Six of Wands shows something going in your favor, but Five of Swords shows this feeling actually of being disgruntled, being unhappy, being like something's still not sitting well with you. This can even be like, I got this thing that I wanted, or I crossed the finish line here, or whatever this is that was accomplished, but there's still a problem. So yeah, like maybe something went in your favor, but you're like, there's still some sort of issue, or you can feel like you can't relax about whatever this particular thing is. But at the same time, I'm also seeing there be like another different sort of energy that's happening. Yeah, whatever this is that's presenting itself to you with the Ace of Cups, which will be an opportunity to connect, where there's going to be like emotional openness and vulnerability needed. Something is going on and you're like, I'm working with it and I'm making things work, but I'm not feeling open to whatever this is. Like maybe it's somebody coming through and it's like a bid to connect with you and you're like, yeah, I'm making this situation work, but I don't feel open to you. There can be something like that that's going on here. You see this, the face of the bird here where it's kind of like scrunched there. And it's about this. And an Ace of Cups is going to be something where you have the opportunity to connect with it, but there can be so much stuff that's going on in your head right now, and you can also be not emotionally receptive or open to this. So yeah, it can be, but it's also interesting that this is happening because it feels like you're making some sort of situation work and you're finding a way to make it work, but maybe something's going on that you don't feel happy about it. It can even be like, yeah, I'm figuring it out, but I didn't even want to have to do this. Like it can be something like that where whatever you are, making it work, but maybe you're still not feeling happy within this situation. Definitely not. There's still some sort of problem here. And this can even be something. Let's clarify. I think you still have feelings about something that's going on here. It can also be a, like, I'm making it work, no thanks to you sort of attitude as well. That can be happening too. It's like maybe you're forced to do something in a way that you don't really want to and things end up working out. But again, it's like, well, I didn't even want to have to do this, or I didn't want to have to do it that way. So yeah, it can be sort of finding a way to succeed within the circumstance, but it can be kind of like at what cost though, and you cannot be feeling good for some reason about this. I want to get into the feeling, like what the problem is. Maybe you just feel unsettled, because if you've been having to move through something here and things are sort of proceeding, but maybe you just don't feel safe within this situation, because I'm seeing you be kind of emotionally closed off. Only because of, like, you can feel protective of your energy, you can, like, not want to get hurt. Maybe you don't want to be vulnerable here for some reason. If you're the Page of Cups and you're dealing with a Queen of Swords, maybe you had somebody that you want to connect with and you can feel like they've been being cold with you, and then maybe you're being cold with them. Because Queen of Swords can sometimes be somebody, like if you're showing up as Page of Cups, you can be like wearing your heart on your sleeve a bit here. And if you're dealing with somebody in the archetype of the Queen of Swords, they can be somebody that's not being like really touchy-feely sentimental with you, and then you can be upset about that. That can be something too. Like maybe you feel like this person is just so maybe like logical that you feel like they're not really showing up emotionally with you. And even though with the Ace of Cups there is the opportunity for that, like they can even want that with you, you can be maybe feeling like you need to protect yourself when it comes to this person, like protect your heart. Yeah, Queen of Swords can definitely be somebody that you're seeing as being maybe not catering to you emotionally. So then you can feel guarded with them. I actually get like a bit of annoyance towards this person that you can be feeling. And even though they are showing up and like actually seems like wanting to connect with you, the way that your energy is coming through is I don't know, like maybe there's something actually about the nature of this person that you're having a bit of an issue with. Like maybe it's a little bit of a personality clash that you're having with them. This can also be somebody that doesn't entertain certain things that you're like, why are you not entertaining that? And you can feel like kind of misunderstood even when you're being very genuine. If we're talking about these energies as all being part of you, you can feel one way emotionally, and rationally or like logically you can feel a different way. And those perspectives can be not agreeing with one another, and maybe they're saying, it feels like they're saying two very separate things. What is clarifying the Five of Swords, looking at this Queen of Swords, is actually the Eight of Cups. So I wonder if you're looking at somebody and feeling like you're not getting what you need, and you can be feeling really a type of way towards them. But I think this is like really on the emotional front is the way that this can be, because Eight of Cups is more cups energy. So yeah, maybe you're looking at this person and being like, I needed a hug, not a lecture. Can be something like that. Or like, I needed you to pat me on the back while I cried and like made me soup. And maybe they're like, you know, with air signs, it's kind of like a joke the way that the energy can be, where it's like holding a broom and like patting you with like the far end of the broom when somebody's crying, because it's like emotions awkward, you know. And when we're integrated, it's not really like that. But like maybe you have somebody that you feel there's like a distance between you and them, and you can be like, this isn't what I need. But I'm seeing it be like you looking at this person, maybe feeling a type of way towards them. But the interesting thing about this is that this is also like an aspect of yourself too, that may be trying to communicate with you and have a conversation with you that maybe you're not listening to here. Like maybe you really repetitively, because Eight of Cups is going to be something about a cycle that's been happening in this sort of context. So maybe repeatedly you're feeling like you're not getting enough of what you need. And I think really on the emotional front, there's something going on here as it relates to this, and you can be like protecting yourself because you don't want to be kind of going back into this situation just to be left again. Yeah, I'm getting this again. I did what I had to do, but I wish that I didn't have to do it. And I am seeing there be... This can be being upset that something isn't working out the way that you want it to work out as well. You know, sometimes with the Five of Swords, we have to be in that energy to make sure that we're not... Five of Swords can sometimes be having boundaries in a situation. But definitely I get the sense of you feeling protective of your energy, especially emotionally. Because I think in a way, whatever this was that's been going on, feels like you found out that this wasn't working. Yeah, I'm seeing exiting a situation because of it cyclically not being enough. I'm seeing there be a lot of awareness that was gained surrounding this. Like you could have gotten a lot of information and a lot of insight specifically about this situation. And now I'm seeing an understanding and I'm seeing a moving forward. But you may be moving forward. I mean, even if this is like you don't have, you're not really like involved in the same way with this person anymore, like for some of you maybe at all, you can be entering into a new type of cycle within your life, but you can feel like you got hardened off because of this situation. Like maybe you feel a little bit blocked emotionally because of this. You're like, now I can't trust anybody. You know, it can be something like that you have going on here. You're like, maybe you haven't fully worked through this yet. And yeah, you can know that you did well for yourself with the Six of Wands, but you can not like that you had to do it in the first place. And you can also feel like really like waiting for the next thing to try to like come at you and wanting to just like knock it down a little bit here. But I'm also seeing this part of you that like really craves connection and also craves mental stimulation as well. Like it may feel really important for you to talk about certain things, and that can be something that you want. You can even want to like talk about feelings and whatnot, but maybe you're also kind of stopping yourself here. I see you be very hopeful, and it feels like actually you know what you want. I'm not seeing there be a disconnect as far as that's concerned. You do want a new chapter. Something that feels pure. It may be really hard for you to show up in this energy because maybe you have to like really hold a firm boundary here. And that can feel really challenging, but it feels like it's important because you concluded that this was the right way to move forward. And I'm not seeing anything contrary to that. It's like if you want to hold on to this win, you're going to have to kind of stay in this energy a bit. But maybe like what the problem is or what you feel the problem to be is connected with not feeling happy that this is even going on in the first place. Like maybe that's where the tension is. I want to see if I can get, I pulled on it already, but I'm wondering if there's more to it than that. Is there a possibility that you could be feeling one thing and saying another? Like maybe you were knowing that there was a problem, but you weren't being clear about it or direct about it communication-wise. Like maybe there was something going on and you've been feeling the need to call it out and maybe you hadn't been. Is this still going on also? Like I keep getting a bunch of different, being in different places within the timeline. So this can be like, maybe some of you finished a situation and you're moving on to the next. Maybe some of you're actually still involved in this situation and you've been maybe looking more and more into the fact potentially that you don't feel happy with something and that it's not working for you, but maybe you didn't do something about this yet. So you can kind of be sitting with this, but you didn't take action on it. Yeah, it can be that. If you want to have this new chapter, there's something that has to be looked into. I think that it comes back to the way that you're feeling. Yeah, I'm getting this thing again of, it can be like a person coming through and saying, hey, I want to connect with you. And there's something going on here about like having a very like tall wall up there. But maybe you also feel like this is something that you need to do in beginning this next chapter for yourself in order for you to secure what you want and not be settling for less, and to be clear with yourself about this. Because yeah, maybe something's going on where it's like your emotions are saying one thing and your rational brain is saying another thing, and they kind of have to work with one another here. Because I don't know, like maybe emotionally you'd be more like letting things go, but there's another part of you that's like, I can't let that slide, I have to honor my boundaries. And so maybe it's about working with that part of yourself here. This can feel like a lot on you mentally. I don't see there needing to be a rush with you stepping into this next chapter. It feels actually like it's gonna unfold more slowly. And whatever this ongoing tension or issue has been, it looks like there's gonna be some sort of pause that's put on it. While you're figuring things out. You can be getting down to what it is that you really want at the end of the day, like what really feels right for you. Yeah, I think as far as what's presenting itself to you right now, I think things have already options, and whatever's been materializing, it feels like it has presented itself to you already. It's just a matter of sitting with things right now and not feeling like you need to rush through the process. Yeah. All right, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.